There we go. We should be live. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize how late it was. We were just chatting away,
We're
and I'm like,
just chit
oh,
chatting.
it's 8:29, and now it's 8:30. Sorry, guys.
I'm gonna mute this before I pour.
Go ahead and pour.
Glug, 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 glug.
It obnoxiously glugs that cup. Oh, excuse me. All right, I have to get that out now. All right, here we go. Chad, you ready?
I'm ready.
Guys, cash your coffee tonight. Give us a call. Anything you want to talk about? 808-468-7924. 808 got swag. Right there. There we go. Oh, let me put the beaner on here. Oh, that's not it. Where is it? There it is. Boink. There we go. All right. Here we go. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
You wanna know how to find it. Seek it out when they hide it. You know it's in the bag when it's an easy grab. But come on, take a chance now. Go, geocache, geocache. And if you need help, we're right there in a flash. If you got a question, just call in and ask. Uncover the stash on the Geocaching Podcast. The Geocaching Podcast.
Welcome, everyone. It's Wednesday. It's 8:30. We know what that means. It's once again time for the Geocaching Podcast. My name is Scott Perks. We have our co-host Short Edits in the next room.
Hello.
Hi. And please welcome to my virtual left, my other co-host, Chaz427.
Howdy, y'all. It's that time again. So sit back, relax, and grab your coffee.
That's right, guys. Tonight's show is 811. 811, right? Yeah. Recorded. Sounds weird, doesn't it?
Sounds almost 9/11-ish.
Yeah. 811th episode, recorded live on April 3rd, 2024. It's already April, Chad. And it's April Cash Your Coffee. Phone lines are open. Give us a call, 808-468-7924. That's 808-GOT-SWAG. And for you international callers, you can call us free via the web at callinstudio.com/show/GCPC. But first, Chadley,
You got to pay those bills.
gotta talk about Patreon. Guys, costs a lot of money. We all know this to make this show work. There's two ways you can help us out. You go to paypal.me. That's paypal.me/the Geocaching Podcast. You make that one-time donation, or you join Patreon. You get extra audio. You do, Chad. Thanks for asking. You get extra audio, extra video only available to our Patreon members. You get stickers and pins and coin path tags and coins and all that good stuff. You get the end of the year giveaway show. We just give stuff away, throw it away to you, like
Great stuff.
free from all of our sponsors and from stuff that we've gotten and from the things we order, like extra stuff we order. It just all gets, we save it all and we just give it away. You get extra audio and video. We just did a video. We got a couple of videos coming. So we got a video last week and we got a video coming next week.
Yay.
Yeah, how about that? It's about time. So yeah, we got all that good stuff for you guys. You join Patreon, it's much better than the other side. Plus, out of all that good stuff, you get the feeling of you're helping somebody, you're helping us. We appreciate that. So you go to patreon.com. That's patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Cachly. Cachly is an advanced geocaching app for iOS. It features powerful online and offline features, including filtered searches, offline maps, and offline saving of caches. Cachly has hundreds of advanced features that will make your geocaching experience just that much better. Get more info at cachly.com. That's CACHLY.com.
Tonight we're also sponsored by Logwork. Logbook that creates the fantastic logbook made with genuine Write in the Rain paper. The logbook designed for the micro containers of the present and future, geared towards the hider who would rather go cache than do cache maintenance. Find them at logwork.com. That's LOGWERK.com.
It's also brought to you by FTF Geocacher Magazine. FTF Geocacher is the magazine for geocachers written by geocachers. With 6 issues a year, FTF offers practical advice, hints and tips, cacher bios and milestones, geocaching events, trail tales, and all things geo-related. Find them at ftfgeocacher.com.
And by the Max Suds Body Company. Max Suds Body Company makes handmade bath and body products from all natural oils and butters. Items such as Poison Bee Gone soap, itch spray, and 2-cent choices of bug spray are all great for outdoor enthusiasts like geocachers. At Max Suds Body, we have you covered from head to toe. Find them at maxsudsbody.com. That's MACSUDSBODY.com.
And by Practical Geocaching. Practical Geocaching sells utility items for geocaching. Our items are made in the USA and they always provide free shipping. Find them at practicalgeocaching.com. That's PRACTICAL geocaching.com.
And by Arted Crafted. Arted Crafted creates unique geocaching themed tees and custom designs for you or your geocaching group. With adult sizes ranging from small to 5XL, if you have an idea for shirt design and cannot find it, you've gone to the right place. Give them the opportunity to show you how they can enhance your caching experience with your own custom design. Visit them at artedcrafted.com. That's ARTEDCRAFTED.com.
And by pattags.com for all your swag and pattag needs. Visit our website to get creative help, to trade or log tags, or to purchase your own personalized pattags. With over 50,000 tags to collect, pattags.com is everything you need to start your pattag obsession. Visit them at pattags.com. That's PATHTAGS.com.
And by Geocaching Adventures LLC. Geocaching Adventures is a full-service travel agency specializing in creating the ultimate worldwide geocaching adventure for cachers and non-cachers alike. What could be better than having your geocaching bucket list vacation all planned and led by a traveling expert? Learn more by visiting them at geocachingadventuresllc.com. That's geocachingadventuresllc.com.
And finally, by GeoGo. Go caching with GeoGo, the geocaching app for Android that includes a Where I Go player, trackable scanner, companion watch app, and county finds database. If you're an advanced geocacher, GeoGo helps with powerful features like nearby cache notifications, optimized routes, offline mode, bulk TB logging, and much more. Learn more by visiting them at geogo.com. That's GEOOH-go.com.
And as always, you can find links to our sponsors on our website, Chad, or
in our show notes.
in our show notes. Yes, thank you, Chad. Hey, Chad, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Yourself?
I know we just been talking for 10 minutes, but pre-show. But you okay?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah? Everything all
Yeah.
right out there in California?
Surviving.
Good. Good. See, Jesse got a haircut. Jesse cut all their hair off. Look at that. No Bob. No Bobo.
Bob. I don't know the different names of that. The only haircut that I would recognize is the Jennifer, and that was like
You mean
that was like 24 years
Oh
ago.
my gosh.
you're talking about Friends? You're talking
Friends.
about Rachel? Is that
The,
what
or the
The
Rachel. The
Rachel.
Rachel. It was Jennifer Anderson's haircut as the Rachel.
She still
on
has
there.
amazing hair.
Oh yes,
she
she
has
doesn't
always-
age.
No. Oh my gosh, I know. She has
Jess, how
amazing hair.
much did you get cut off? Do you even know?
I don't know. It wasn't enough to donate. We did measure to see if it would be enough, and it was about 2 inches too short to measure. So I probably got a good 8 inches cut off.
Really?
Yeah, it was quite a bit.
You had a long
It was really long.
That's been
yeah.
longer. It's been longer.
It has definitely been longer. In fact, in my time hop 2 years ago, yesterday to the day. So I got my hair cut yesterday. And after I made the appointment, I looked at my time hop yesterday and realized that it was 2 years prior to that exactly that I cut a good 12 inches off and donated it.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
you
and
grow-
that might have been the last haircut that I've had. I
Was
don't
it 2
remember.
years?
I don't know. I don't remember. I really don't know. I don't get haircuts very often,
Oh, you
but
do?
when I do, it's usually pretty drastic. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah. You cut it all off.
yeah.
I
anyway.
got mine cut on Saturday. Nobody noticed.
No one noticed. No,
I
this
haven't
is my summer cut.
I haven't cut mine since August.
Yours is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. I haven't
Yeah.
cut it since August. And I'm not cutting it. I'm not cutting it till the site I'm working on goes live. I told them that. And it was supposed to go live in February. And then it was supposed to go live in April. Now it's going live in October. So I will be over a year. I'll be 14 months, but hopefully
Wow.
knock on wood. Because
That's why you always wear hats.
No, I've
He wears
I
hats
wear
anyway.
I wear hats anyway. I always wear hats. If you see me at work, if you're friends with me on like Be Real, you can see me without a hat.
Yeah.
I'm at work, I can't wear a hat. But if I'm not at work, I usually wear a hat. I've always worn a hat, haven't I, Jess? I mean, I kind of think I've always pretty much been I've been a hat guy forever.
Yeah, I'm usually only wearing a hat when I'm out hiking, walking, that sort of thing.
That's the only time. Leah wants to see my hat. Oh, I'll show you my hair. Look, I got it. There you
Oh
go.
jeez.
Yeah, it's long. It's actually not shockingly not as long as it as you think it would be for.
And for the record, that's a Chicago Dogs hat. It's the local baseball team. It's our
Yeah.
local minor league team.
Yes,
Okay.
on a MAGA hat.
It's like
Definitely
kind
not a
of
mega hat.
almost makes me think of Portillo's, but it was like
Yeah, that's
Yeah, the Chicago Dogs.
a hot dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got to remember, guys, is that my hair is usually buzzed. It's usually shaved bald, pretty much close to being bald. So that's why in 10 months it's only that long. It should be long. It's long. I mean, I get the fupa at the back and stuff. Anyway, Jess. So Jess got a haircut. Congratulations, Jess.
Thank you.
In the news though, I'm looking. Jess, what you got in the news there?
Well, the number one piece of news.
Yeah. The number one piece of news.
There's been an announcement.
There has been, really.
And the announcement was made on April 1st. So at first there was a question of, is this for real or is this for April Fools? But the announcement is the much anticipated and long awaited Cashly 8.0 will be released on Monday, April 8th.
That's next Monday, isn't it?
That's this coming Monday.
Hey, nice.
At 10 a.m. Pacific time, just in time for the eclipse.
So I was going to say solar eclipse
The
Monday.
eclipse, yes. Wow.
Yeah.
How about that? He's coming on the show soon. He's coming to the show a couple weeks.
Yeah.
To talk all
You
about
guys are getting pretty good overlap on the eclipse there where you're at.
I'm
Right?
taking days off work and
Yeah, she's gone.
I'm taking my son out of school. I'm taking off work and I'm gonna head a few hours south of us for the weekend, and we're gonna have to play Monday by ear for the eclipse, depending on the weather. Right now they're talking cloud cover, so we might have to get up early and drive 3 or 4 hours away to get out from under the clouds. But that is the plan. Yeah, Southern Illinois, Carbondale is supposed to be like the place to go, one of the places. But yeah, there'll be over 4 minutes of totality.
Yeah, a bunch of my colleagues in Austin are getting a really good
Mhm.
shot. So
Yeah.
I can't really complain because in 2017 we got
Yeah.
something like 3.5 minutes of
Yep.
totality where we were at. So
Yeah. I took the day off work and went watched the one in 2017. So
Yeah, I just stepped outside of my work and
Mhm.
yeah.
So we'll see. I hope the weather cooperates. Anyway, at any rate, Cashly 8.0.
Cashly 8.0.
Yeah. So we talked a little bit about it last week or the week before. We talked about a couple weeks ago. We talked about all the great features that are coming in Cashly 8.0, and I, for one, can't wait.
But he is coming on the show in 3 weeks. He's coming on April 24th.
Okay.
So that's in a couple of weeks, right?
We'll hear all about it.
Gonna hear all about it. Look forward to it. It's always nice to have Nick on the show. It's always a pleasure to get all the good stuff. So yeah, so that's coming out. That's kind of nice. I'm looking forward to that. So I know there's a lot of good stuff coming. Hopefully it's a good it's pretty solid one.
I think it's been tested for a while with the beta testers. So I would imagine, of course, with anything, there's going to be bugs, of course.
Mhm.
But I mean, knowing Nick and how responsive he is when he hears something, should be good.
Yeah, he usually jumps on it pretty quick.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I've got a number of friends here that use Cashly, and that's one of the things that they've always mentioned to me is like yeah, whenever I send in an issue, it's like Nick's on it right away.
Yep.
Not only that, but if you give him a recommendation, he'll put it in. That's the best part is that he'll take him like, that's a good idea. He'll write it down. You'll see it in a future release. If you can get it. That's also kind of nice. Is that like you have input, which is really kind of cool. So yeah, he'll be on the show in 3 weeks, April 24th. He's coming up. But yeah, next on Monday, if you guys use Cashly and if you're on an iPhone, you definitely should. So also a sponsor of the show.
Yep. Looking forward to it.
We do have an email here. We've got an email.
I got
from
mail.
the Scottish Cavalryman.
Yay!
Scottish Cavalryman. It says, hello, Scott, Chaz, and Jesse. Spelled Jesse wrong, by the way. I let it go, though.
I'm used to it. Story of my life.
Jesse doesn't. I'm a frequent listener, unfortunately, always after the live air. And I really enjoyed your last show on the 2024 Megas. However, I would be interested in knowing more about the events, and specifically what kind of megas they are. Some are focused on socializing, others on cash numbers, and some on puzzles, completion, competitions, etc. It's pretty hard to determine the focus on the cast pages. In my case, we are diehard Going Caching fans, and with this being their last year, I'm trying to find other megas with a similar focus. In the case of Going Caching, other megas that are themed and puzzle focused. Do you guys or the larger GCPC community know any other megas that may be similar to Going Caching? Chad, I'm gonna throw this to you. You're a puzzle guy. Jesse, also to you. You're also a puzzle gal.
I think that is an excellent question. I'm not aware of another mega that is as puzzle focused as Going Caching. And it's something that I'm actually been trying to figure out myself to find out if there's some that are similar in that type of focus.
Mhm.
And right now, I haven't found one that is really puts it in their focus to put out great and unique puzzles every year, but there might be some out there. I know there's some that tend to be focused on gadget caches, and some that are focused on uh, I want to say competition for
Mhm.
finding things, but I'm not aware of another one that is really puzzle focused. But I'm
Not like
looking.
that. Yeah, I don't think like that. I mean, you've
Not
got
in the us though. Anyway, I mean,
I
I don't
mean,
think any of
you'll
us
find
would
them
speak
that
for.
throw out puzzles and have some puzzles and stuff, but
Sure.
it's not
the extreme of that.
not to the extreme focus that Going Caching is.
I mean, you got Gilby. Gilby is not a mega, but that's puzzle caches.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Right.
But those
Going
ones.
caching goes as far as to like put out shirts that you need to
Oh
use
yeah,
to
it's
solve,
all puzzle.
something, and yeah.
But listeners of our show, if you know some megas that are pretty puzzle focused that we're not really all that aware of, send in an email or call in tonight.
Yeah, I don't
Yep.
know one like to that extreme.
Right.
I don't think so. Most aren't. That was always the puzzle mega.
Mhm.
Yep.
Always. Just like Geobash is the social mega.
Yeah. I feel like they're all kind of known for something,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Moga was the competition,
Mhm.
and Midwest was the socializing, and Going
Mhm.
Caching was the puzzle.
Mhm.
You know,
West Bend is
West Bend is
finding numbers.
tripping over them. Yes,
Yes.
they're tripping over caches.
Yeah. Well, I'll be curious to see, now that Going Caching has officially announced their retirement, if maybe another group somewhere will kind of take it upon themselves, because I know that's
Pick up the
really
torch.
loved in the community, right?
Hmm.
So that'd be great.
Yeah, it's
It's
tough.
not going to be me, but
Well, you got to give them
Yeah.
credit. It's got to be really hard to say we're done when you know
oh,
that it's loved
sure,
in the community, and it's
sure.
people look forward to it every year, and
Mhm.
that could be the one mega they go to,
All right.
and to say like, okay, we don't want to do it anymore, or it's getting harder. I mean,
Mhm.
we're all getting older. I mean, we do this to do something for 10 years. You're 10 years older, and if you're already in your
Yeah.
50s, I mean, it's a lot.
Speak for yourself.
I've been doing this show for how many years? Chad, how long have we been doing this show?
I've been on 14.
You've been on
You've been on 15. Yeah.
no,
No, that not
I've been on
15
Or
the show
not?
years.
since
No. 10
I've
years.
been
10
I've
years.
been
I
on
was.
forever.
2014 is when I
Yeah.
joined. In 2013 is when you joined. Okay.
Yeah, I've been on the show 11 years.
There's
Wow.
a
Very
14 in
different.
there somewhere. Yeah, 10
Very
years
different than
and
it
11
was in
for you.
2013 than it is right
Right.
now. I've been geocache podcasting since 2010. That's 14 years.
Yeah, I've been geocaching 14 years.
I've been
That's
geocaching for 16 years. Yeah. So I mean, it's tough. It gets harder as you get older. I mean, like we do get older.
Your memory starts going.
You do. It gets hard. I mean, I can't even imagine. I know Jesse would jump at the opportunity. I can't even imagine attempting a mega to put something like that together.
Oh no. Well, if I was retired, yeah, but as a working boy, no.
I can't even imagine.
I would like to be part of a team.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
know.
obviously, I would
You would jump.
never.
You would jump at that.
I absolutely would.
Yeah,
But
I knew you would.
yeah,
I
and
know.
I mean, it's been years since Chicago's had anything even close to. I mean, we've never, not that I'm aware of, had a mega. I know there used to be events back in the day,
Yeah.
before I was around, that
Yes.
were,
They're big.
hundreds
They're
of
pretty big. Yeah,
people.
they're pretty big. Oh yeah, 200-300 people. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
we need a mega
Close. We were
here.
close.
Yeah,
Chicago got real close.
sure.
Yeah. You put one in like Bussy Woods where it's centered, and you'll
Sure.
get a ton of people. Yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of work.
Maybe someday.
Maybe someday. It'd be nice to have a mega down the street. I mean, we've got a mega an hour and a half away, which isn't bad.
Right.
All things considered. How many people can say that?
Yeah, Leah says your eyes get older when you or go to pot when you get older.
Oh, Jesse can tell you all about that.
So
Yeah.
I need these guys, my glasses.
I'm not
That's
going to
great.
tell. Sorry, Jess. Don't worry. I won't do it.
I'll admit it. I discovered this week that I cannot see my knitting very well anymore, and I borrowed Scott's readers, and holy crud, I could see. And yeah, that
She
was
calls me into the room. She goes, "I can't see my knitting." I'm like, "Do you want my readers?" Because I only use my readers when I wear my contacts, and I'm out of contacts. I don't have any more, so I've been wearing my glasses, my normal everyday glasses for a while, and so my readers are in my drawer. And I'm like, "You want my readers?" She's like, "I don't know." I'm like, "Well, here, try them out." And she's like, "Oh, damn it, I can see."
Yes, it sneaks up on you.
yeah.
Mine was like mid 30s. She's like in her
Yeah.
like mid 40s. Like,
I
Readers for
was
years.
somewhere around 40-ish, and I
Very
think
odd.
I was installing a TV, and I had my head back behind there trying to read the serial numbers. Like, I can't read the serial number because I needed to register it, and it was like I needed to go get a pair of glasses to read the serial number on it. It's like, I'm getting too old for this.
Yeah, I just noticed it when I was like trying to read like an aspirin bottle or something like that. And you're like, "Oh man, come on." You can't get that angle right. You're like moving the arm back and forth, trying to get the angle.
Yep.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Stuff getting old.
Yep.
But you know what?
Yep.
It is what it is. Hey, you know what? They got readers. They exist.
Yes.
Yeah. Be happy that they exist. And you're able to fix
They exist for a reason.
Yeah. But like, you know what? You live in an amazing time, when like that kind of stuff exists. So could be worse. If that's the worst thing. God bless. So yeah, other than that, so Scottish cavalrymen, getting back around to what we were talking about. Sorry, we kind of rabbit hole there. I hope we helped you with what we said, but I don't know really. Aside from like going caching, depends like that kind of puzzling. I don't know. I don't think there is one to that extreme.
No, not to that. You'll get some where they throw in some puzzles and stuff, but not really integrated into the focus of the mega itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So hope that helps a little bit at least.
Yeah.
Chad, you got anything here? No.
No. Well, we still have geocaching and geocacher collaboration game in the
Talk
news.
about that. So, Jess.
Yes.
Did you get all 10 on that?
Yes.
Really? How long did it take?
I sure did. I don't know. Maybe 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Yeah. I mean, well, each one you had 3 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Some of them I got pretty quickly, under a minute, and others took me 2 to 2.5 minutes. So
did you miss any?
I did not get any wrong on the ones that I got, but we just in talking with other people, we figured out that there were way more than just 10.
Yeah, there had to have been.
Yeah, because apparently you could get one wrong and keep going.
Yeah. So I got 2 of them wrong.
Okay.
How there.
'Far away did you have to be in order to be wrong?
Well, one of them I was something like maybe 150 miles away, and I got wrong, and it was a
Oh.
pure swag as to where it was, and I was close, but
Okay.
but didn't get there, and no, I think you needed to have 3,500 points, so it might have been time and distance related. I think that's what it told me. It's like, and
Okay.
I was like 3,200 some odd points on that one. That was close. The other one, I wasn't even I wasn't even close. There was one where it looked like the cliffs of Dover to me,
Mm.
and I couldn't back out to anywhere where I could figure out where it was, and I don't even recall exactly where it wound up being, but you know how Dover has those white cliffs.
Okay. Yeah.
Faces, and that's the only thing that I could really tell in the thing, and within the time limit of trying to back the heck out of there. And so it was like I picked right there where Dover, England is, and it was like, I don't know if it was a good distance away. It definitely wasn't around the UK. And then the other one that I missed was Fire Island.
Hmm.
It's like I've never been there, so and all you're doing is backing through the woods there. And it's like I haven't a clue where the heck this is,
Hmm.
but I guessed. I guess I missed 3 then, because I remember those 2 plus one that I was really close, uh, and but yeah, I had no idea where the heck that one was.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I lucked out. I mean, I was at lunch and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna go till I stop until I miss.
Mm-hmm.
And so it took I missed the third one because I ran out of time. I was in the middle of a jungle, and so I got to find a sign or something. I finally found something. By the time I like Googled it, it was too late.
Mm.
What was that?
It was New Zealand is what it was. It
New
was
Mm.
Zealand.
But what's weird is that my one boat before that, it placed me in the middle of nowhere, and I knew it was the States, but I was in the middle of nowhere. I was on a express. I was on a two
Were you
lane.
on I-70?
I wait. So
That,
so
that, that one, the I-70 was obvious. It was like I got 490. Well, several of them I got 4,999 out
So
of
I got
5,000.
so I start driving and I see a sign on the other side of the road. So I U-turn and the sign says Mingo.
Okay, so
There you go.
I didn't even do that. I saw I-70 and I looked around. And it's like this has to be Mingo, and
Yep.
I knew where it was, where
Bingo.
I-70
That's
kind
funny.
of jogs there, and it's kind of in the middle there, and it was like zoomed in, picked it. I'm done.
Yeah. I'm like, I got
I
Mingo.
did not get Mingo, but I did get HQ.
Yeah, HQ was another one that was
Yeah.
like instant recognition.
Yeah. And I had one that I didn't really know. I didn't know where it was. And I went along a street and there were no street signs. There was nothing that I like recognized. But then there were houses, and in front of one of the houses was a garbage tote. And the garbage tote had a sign on it. And so I Googled the
Europe's
name.
first.
I Googled the name of the garbage company to come up with the
Same here.
town. Did you do the same? That's so
Europe's
funny.
first. Yep.
That is hilarious.
So, yeah, it's
So.
interesting. And so Joe Fro says, I see some folks saying they got 2 codes. Yeah, we got 2 codes.
Yes, there were 2 codes. So, there were 2 trackable codes to discover, and if you discovered both of them, then you got a souvenir.
Right.
Yeah,
I did.
I got a souvenir.
Yeah, so some people struggled with that. Now, it's not too late. You have until the game is available until April 12th.
Well, if you completed the game, I don't think it doesn't show you those codes again. So
No, but I heard
but-
someone logged in with a different
Oh,
email.
Yeah, I did get it. Look.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The Geocacher challenge. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, one of them was obvious. One of the codes was obvious at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But then one of them, it wasn't super obvious, but I knew that there was something there. And I think in the I think somewhere it did say, oh yeah, if you couldn't find the hidden tracking code, don't worry. A second tracking code will appear at the end of the game after guessing all 10 locations. Oh, discovering either tracking code earns the souvenir. My mistake. I thought you had to have
Okay.
both of them. No. Yeah. So if you discovered one of them, you got the souvenir. But there were two.
Confused
Yeah.
Idiot says I got a code at the end and I got one in the picture.
Correct. Yes. No, well, not in the game itself, but on the I don't want to say where it is because it's still live.
Well,
But
Glenn says I
yeah.
got the souvenir with one code.
Yes, I was mistaken. Either tracking code earns the souvenir, but there were two.
Yeah, so that was a nice, and again, like as we said last week, for you people who were around during COVID, Saturday nights, Antisocial Club, we used to play this game a lot.
Oh yeah, I have the app on my phone.
Yeah, so do I. I've got the app on my phone.
Yep.
Yeah, but we would play it during Saturday nights. And remember, God, we spent way too much time.
We spent a lot of time. That was really fun.
I know. The
We should
old
do that again.
old Saturday
I
nights.
miss COVID times.
You missed the COVID Saturday nights
I miss the Saturday nights.
of playing the. What did we do? We played the online
We played the escape game,
the
the
online
escape rooms,
escape rooms. Yes,
and we played GeoGuessr. What else did we do?
God, we just talk. Sometimes we just talk.
We talked.
Depends.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
Those shows are still out there somewhere, aren't they? They're on YouTube.
they're
They're on our
absolutely on YouTube.
they're
Yeah,
on your YouTube
they were,
channels.
for the record, they were not audio. They were only video.
It was only YouTube.
Yeah.
Right.
So any listeners, unfortunately have to go to YouTube to watch those episodes, and they were fun. There was a crazy weird time. Is what
Mhm.
that was. Crazy weird time.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's pretty cool that Geocaching and GeoGuessr collaborated. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Love it.
Wondering what took them so long.
It's funny. One time I said something to someone. They were like, "Oh, what are you doing this weekend?" And or no, I can't remember. But in any case, I said the word geocaching. I like to do geocaching, and he thought that I said GeoGuessr, and he's like, "Oh, I do that with my daughter." I'm like, "Oh yeah, you know what? Where do you go?" And he's like, "No, like on my phone, on my app." And I'm like, "Oh, you think I said GeoGuessr?" It's kind of funny.
Oh.
Eh,
Yes. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting game. I
It
I
is.
forgot about it. Yeah, like 'cause
Yeah.
the COVID, we just that's such like a time wasting game to like, but you gotta have you gotta have Google nearby. It's for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, I was reading online somewhere, social media. Someone's like, that 3-minute timer is like hits my anxiety in the wrong way. It just gets the anxiety going
Yeah.
really bad.
You realize how much time 3 minutes really is.
Yeah, or how slow the Google what do you call that, the Street View, how slow Street View updates. It's like
Yeah. Sometimes
Yeah.
it takes it a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
We do have a call here. We've got California on the line. That California usually means GSM times 2. Hello, sir.
Hello, and how are you guys all doing today?
Good. How are you?
Guys and girls. That's all.
There you go.
I'm doing fantastic. So I'm wondering what people think about, what you guys think about the new guidelines for Earth caches.
Oh, well, that is on our
That
list.
is next on our list. Scott.
That's shorting its
So very good.
What do you think?
I think that it's good, and if you listen to the podcast, I think it was really good because he really concentrated on, rather than teaching you everything about an area, the entire geological history, just concentrate on one part of this, and I think that will shorten up the descriptions and make people, actually learn something instead of, and I don't know how many of you guys do it, but a lot of people I know start at about line number 5, or they just blah, blah, blah. What's the questions?
Yep.
Right. Sure.
Mhm.
Scroll through a lot of stuff.
Sure.
Yep,
So
for sure.
I think it's a good focus, and I'm actually very curious how many people are going to go edit some of their Earth caches
Hmm.
to meet these new guidelines.
Well, do you need to edit yours?
No.
They're grandfathered.
you don't need to edit. You don't need to even change anything. They're
Right.
just giving suggestions that, we're seeing that fewer people are finding earth caches, fewer people are creating earth caches. Is there a way that we could encourage and make them easier and more enjoyable?
Right.
And the three things that they said is put the questions on top.
Yes, that'd be nice.
Mhm.
Yes, they
Try
always
and
are.
focus
They're always
on
at the
one
bottom.
thing.
Mhm.
And let's see, what was the other thing?
List logging tasks.
Limit to
logging
3.
tasks
Oh,
to 3.
yeah.
That's
Yes.
nice.
That gets a thumbs up for me.
Requirements.
Yeah, I hate it when it's
Mhm.
like 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Or it's
this
like
is
1A, 1B,
it becomes homework, at that point,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I created an earth cache for for the Geo Tour up here, and did something I thought was nice. Is I would talk about something and then I would ask the question. Talk about the next thing, ask the question. So you didn't have to read through the entire thing before you got to the question
that's
and the
good.
logging requirement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll see.
But yeah, that is on our list of things to talk about. So thank you for bringing that up.
Okay.
You be well.
Well, good. Well, I'll let you get back to your list, and
All
you
right.
guys have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Scott.
Bye-bye.
So Jess, what are your thoughts?
Yeah.
And
Well,
Jen, sorry. not
yeah.
Jen.
Well, first of all, I do want to mention. So, Scott mentioned listening to the podcast. He's referring to the Inside HQ podcast that was just released last week. I haven't had a chance to listen yet, but I do know that they are talking about these new suggestions about earth caches, and I do want to stress that these are not new, requirements or anything like that. These are merely suggestions that are an attempt to make it easier to know upfront what's required. And their goal is to not have overly complicated and complex earth caches that nobody wants to do, quite frankly.
And didn't, as funny as it may seem, didn't they 10 years ago make them harder? They make them harder. Like there's too many of these certain kind. You got to find different ones to make them.
I wouldn't say they necessarily made them harder. They made you focus more on the geology, the earth cache,
Right.
side of things, as opposed to there were some that were asking questions that were really not geology related.
Right. So, I mean, you have to remember that like there are a bunch of guidelines specific for earth caches that are not even geocaching.com. They're the Geological Society of America put out the guidelines. They manage those guidelines, and it has to be an earth science lesson. It has to be educational, has to be unique.
Unique for the local area.
For that area, right, exactly. But I mean, we all know some of them are like, they take you an hour or more.
Or you need remember we had to go buy for the water. We had to get the stick.
We had to go buy pH strips.
We've had to buy. Yeah, I can do that.
You take a baggie with you. Always take a baggie with you so you can take a little bit of earth away if needed.
No, I have pH strips in my bag. Yeah, I have them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They exist.
So the new suggestions, as we mentioned, are limit the logging tasks to 3 plus a photo if you want.
Yes, I like that.
And to list the logging requirements right at the top of the description.
Yeah, rather than we always like, okay,
scroll.
What do I have to do to
right? And you scroll through pages and pages and pages of text. Yeah. So
I'll give you that.
So yes. I think it's good. I think, I mean, earth caches are for me anyway, earth caches are one of those that it's like, sometimes it almost feels like a chore. And it's not that I don't enjoy them. I've been to some really, really cool, some of my favorite caches that I've ever been to are earth caches. Some fascinating places, really interesting places, really nerdy places that quite frankly, I love. but then there's also some that it's just like, okay, this is like, I don't want to go back to college, right? So,
I just think I go too many.
right.
Like I said, when you have 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 2A,
Yeah.
2B, it's like, come on, man.
Right.
That's like 15 questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Earth cache. That's why it's the lowest amount for me of caches I've found. Or Earth.
Wonder. I
No,
meant to
actually,
check.
webcams are lower than Earth caches. I have like 200 Earth caches, I think,
I meant to see how many Earth caches I have compared to.
compared to everything else.
Yeah, like what percentage of my finds are Earth caches?
None of mine. I have like
You have no. You have none.
well, of course I have some, but
Huh.
I'm saying like
It's my
Cache
seventh.
type.
It's my seventh highest.
there's
Oh.
Right after virtuals. It's 135. I've got more Earth cache finds than multis or letterboxes.
Oh my God!
Oh,
Really?
Not by
wow.
much. I've got 8 more than the multis and 13 more than the letterboxes.
Earth cache. I have where the hell's the Earth cache? I have 115 Earth caches.
Oh, nice.
I have
Okay.
more where I goes.
Yeah.
I have
Me
more
too.
multis. I have
Yep.
more
Me too. I have more
letterboxes.
virtuals. Way
I
more
have more
virtuals.
virtuals. I have
Yeah.
more multis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My next Earth cache is going to be an Earth cache milestone.
Oh, you have how much? You have 199.
No, 99.
Oh,
I
no,
have
99.
only 99 Earth caches.
Wow.
more than you.
0.55% of my total finds
So
are Earth
I have
caches.
more than both of you.
Yeah.
I almost I
Surprising.
43 webcams.
I enjoy doing Earth caches though. So
I don't.
I
Not a
don't
big- not a big-
I don't hate them. I
There-
like
there's
good
there are
ones.
some that I've gone to and I'm like, really? But you know,
Mhm.
but usually they take me to something very interesting to look
Yes.
at
I
a
agree.
minimal.
Yes, I definitely agree. The problem is that many of them are just way too time consuming.
Yeah, I'll do them.
And
I just
yeah,
if it's
Mhm.
like 3 questions or 4 questions,
right.
I'm not going to do it. If it's 10 questions, that's the problem.
I
Yeah.
hear you.
Yep, exactly. So I think this is good. Maybe
No, absolutely. That makes that I look forward to them. To 3 questions and one of them being a photo. Those are my favorites.
oh yeah.
But number 3, include a photo. Like, no
Yes.
problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Hey, I like that. Maybe we'll do more Earth caches
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we don't have any around us. So like
We really don't have
we
many
we
here.
struggle when it's Earth cache day.
Yeah.
We're starting. We need to go to like Elgin, I think last year. Didn't we? We had to like truck 40
I
minutes.
don't
away.
even know. No, I didn't even get one last Earth Cache day.
Was that me? No, I got one. I was
You
in
got
Missouri.
one. Yeah, I
I was
didn't
in
get
Missouri
one.
with
I had
Toby.
family
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
I guess I'm lucky in that respect, in that Rapella dude has like put out somewhere in the neighborhood of 70 or 80 in the Sacramento area.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have like interesting things out there. We have
We had
nothing.
fence.
We have fens
Well,
and erratics.
Erratics.
there are some there. No, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, here we go. Whoops, this one. I should not have to have a degree in geology to answer an Earth Cache question. I totally agree, and that's how I feel. Sometimes it's just too much.
If the answer isn't obvious between what is written in the cache page
Mhm.
and what you physically observe,
Mhm.
then it shouldn't be. The question shouldn't be there. If you have to go somewhere else to research and find the information, then it should not, in my opinion, should not be.
Yeah, the answer should definitely be. But sometimes it's opinionated. A lot of times it's what do you think? Why do you think this happened? Well, then there's not a wrong answer.
Right. It's what do you think?
Yeah, it's
right.
opinion.
Yeah, I
And
agree
those are
with
the
that.
best because then it's like, oh, okay, I think it's this.
Right.
And why? Because the sky's blue. It doesn't matter
Right.
why. It's just
Yeah.
because.
I like the find a fossil, take a pic. Heck yes. We just did one of those not that long ago.
Yeah,
that
we
was
just
a great one.
Denver Airport.
Yeah. KC11 says every Earth cache I've tried creating, the reviewers would require a ton of questions and or difficult questions. They didn't want
That's what
easy
I'm saying.
questions or
Thank you.
answers.
Because I remember talking to Honeybee about it, God bless her soul. And like
Yeah.
she said, like, no, it's got to be harder questions. I remember this.
Yeah,
This is
well-
why I said, like, when they make them hard.
Right. And maybe that's why Earth caches are one of the least found caches. Like I'm wondering, I'd be curious to look at statistics, like, the number of available Earth caches to find and the rate of finding compared to other other types. I bet you it's one of the lowest, and they're probably trying to figure out how can we, how can
my guess,
how can we help?
I'm sure you're right. Yes, because I'm sure like they're like, I think we pushed too hard on this. Now nobody's making them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. There's got to be a happy medium. It's got to it has to be interesting. You should probably learn something, but you shouldn't, be yeah, I shouldn't feel like I'm writing a college thesis. Thank you, David, in the chat room. Yes. That's exactly right.
Yeah. So let's see what happens. I'd be curious because I remember a while ago, maybe less than 10 years ago, but they really stressed more difficult. No, not more like people were making them way
more
too
advanced.
Yeah, more advanced. And now they're like too advanced.
Right. We need geology 101.
Yeah, I don't need to be in a 301.
We don't need to be in the AP classes.
In the major classes.
Right.
Yes,
exactly.
I don't need a fourth year major class. Thank you very much.
No, you got some of these in the graduate school 500 level classes.
Well, then rate it appropriately. Right? I mean,
give me a 5, 5, 4,
5.
Right. I mean, we haven't even talked about the ratings and the difficulty. Like that's the other thing is, you're spending 45 minutes and doing research and answering all these questions for, a 2, 1.5 or something like that. Like,
you're like, no, thank you.
Yeah, I can go find a pine tree for that. Right. I mean,
there you go.
I don't know. That's just my opinion.
But
everyone plays the game differently.
But that's in any sense. Sure. I mean, talk about when they redid the virtuals. For example, Chad. Okay, I'm not going to name names here. We have got a virtual. It's a really cool one in a neighboring suburb. There is a parking lot. It's a strip mall. There's a parking lot in the strip. Obviously, Chad is a strip mall. Has a parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
In the parking lot strip mall is a cemetery.
Okay.
In the parking lot strip mall. Okay. But obviously
I've seen a cemetery in a mall parking lot.
This
before,
is a strip mall parking lot.
But not a strip mall. Not but this is a full size mall.
Somebody put out and we know the guy's son. And he put it out and it's like, well, how many questions is it, Jess?
I don't even remember. A lot. It was like 11 questions or something. 15 questions.
And you have to do a crap ton of math. Like you have to bring tools.
Yeah. You have to take measurements. You have to
do math.
Calculate
Chad,
stuff.
When
calculate
I say
distances.
An hour.
Yeah.
I'm being kind. Like for this 1.5.
Yeah. Cody says he has it blocked. It's on his ignore list.
We will not do it. Cody will not do it.
This is why I don't do a lot of multis. Because when you get a multi-stage and you're and especially if it's like a 1.5 difficulty and you're spending not only the time of finding each of the stages, but then putting in the information and getting to that next stage and that just doesn't thrill me.
Right.
I know Scott likes them, but
but this is the point I'm making. The point I'm making is that, like what Jesse said, should those be rated? Should that be a 4 difficulty with a 1.5 terrain? I'm talking about that virtual.
That virtual, right?
Because it's so
or something that's very time consuming.
Yeah.
And
I hear you. And I've done multi-stage multi-stage virtuals up in Yosemite Park, and it's like it was if there wasn't other caches on the other ends, I would have said, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to spend over an hour, literally in walking time to get from pieces of information at one location to pieces of information at the final location to be able to answer the question.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesse, but Jesse, by the way, the chat room is demanding a
That-
1.5 for your Earth cache. I'm gonna go find a pine tree for that T-shirt.
Right. Yes. I think that's a great shirt. Yeah. No, that virtual was so. I don't know. I feel bad. We're like ripping this virtual apart. I
Oh,
mean,
it was
we
horrible. It
did
was
it.
horrible.
It-
I complained through the whole thing, and I know that
we
doesn't
did.
sound like much,
We
but I
did.
complain all the
It
time.
was.
but it was
So. I actually put a watch on it for quite a while afterwards, just to read the logs,
I
because
think it was
the
so. I think
logs
we might have
were.
started fighting during it because we were getting so aggravated. We just got aggravated and started barking at each other. Like it was bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
But it's, for the
That's
record,
what
it's
my
done. It's done. I never have to do it.
my virtual has 3 easy questions that would take you 5 minutes to figure out why you're there, but has an the alternative if you want, just post a picture of yourself there.
That's how mine is. Take
Mine
a
has
picture
one question.
or answer a question.
One question.
Yeah.
And take a picture if you want to.
Yeah.
Mine.
No,
Well,
mine is
well, if you take a picture and post it, you don't. I say
Oh,
you don't
really?
have to
Oh,
send
wow.
in any answers.
Mine's like
Right.
mine's like
Mine's
take a
that
picture
way.
if you want, but
No.
you got to send me something. You got to send me an answer just so I know you're there.
Yeah. No, mine's like Chad's.
Yeah, I haven't even gotten Jesse's yet.
Saving
Shame.
it for a rainy day, huh?
No, I just not in the. I haven't been in the area.
And we need to get over there.
I have
You,
not
you should
found-
reject his answers.
I will. I'll delete your log.
delete my log. So yeah, so should that happen though? Because you don't see that very often. You don't see a high D on Earth Cache or virtual.
Not typically.
No, you don't see that.
If it's I've seen it on a couple where it was very difficult to get to that Earth cache. But
that's a T. That's
no,
not a D.
that's a T, not a D.
T.
Ah,
That's a
no,
T.
you're right. You're right. I don't think I've seen a high difficulty on any of the Earth caches. Maybe I should do a quick search on that.
On yours. I mean, I just don't pay attention to it, but I don't remember high DTs on Earth caches. Mike says
know.
the subjective questions kill me.
Right.
The subjective ones.
Yeah.
Well, I give them more information than what they're asking for on those.
Yeah, just tell them this was the most interesting Earth cache I've done. I really enjoyed the lesson.
I learned so much.
Learned so much. Brought me back to my AP geology class days.
Writing my thesis on this.
Yeah.
Ooh, I have a 5.2.5 that I found.
There you go. What
Wow.
an Earth cache?
Yeah, magnetite in the scientific method.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, and
Nice.
I've got one for several 3.5s, a bunch of 3s, and then it drops down. So yeah, you get some that are, I guess, out there with decent difficulty ratings.
Okay. Let's move off of this because
Okay.
we're talking about this for a while.
All right.
So Jess,
Uh-huh.
I know we don't use the geocaching app. At least I don't use it. You might use it. I know.
I
know-
use it for the messaging center.
Cody does.
I was going to say that's exactly what I use it for.
I use it for
The messaging center.
No, wait. I use it for the messaging center, and I use it for the statistics.
The statistics.
I do go in and look at the statistics because you can. I thought you could click on them.
I'll look at like souvenirs and stuff when I'm talking
Yeah.
to people at events and that kind of stuff. But
I could look at that on Cashly. I could see my souvenirs. So it's like I don't even need to.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I do use it for like a quick overview of my statistics.
So
But anyway,
okay, have you, the question is, Chad, and this is a question to you as well. Have you turned on the experimental features?
No. because like I said, the only time I ever use it is when I got a message, I'm out in the field, I got a message, or I need to send a message, or if I'm at an event and I'm wanting to, like, we're talking about souvenirs or something like that and want to pull something up, or even statistics.
Okay.
But I think I will now.
I'll tell you how to do it. You go to settings or
Hang
more.
on,
Or
hang
more.
on, hang on.
Go to settings or more in your geocaching app,
Okay, settings.
and then
Oh,
tap
that's
experimental
filters.
features
Where's settings?
or maybe it's
More
more in yours. I don't
Just
know.
click on. No, it's just in
experimental
settings.
features.
Experimental features.
Experimental features. And
And
then you could choose which ones you want to turn on, Chad.
mine's only showing two options: empty DT grid search, which is of no value, and caches with trackables, which
So mine has
yeah.
Siri shortcuts, show favorite points on logs, add or remove favorite points, and view selectables, select trackables in AR, caches with trackables.
That's it.
Yeah, we got a bunch actually.
Geocaching.com, you need to update your Android app.
Right?
Well,
Or you
we
just
don't
buy
have
an
the empty DT grid search.
What?
We don't have the empty
Yeah, but
DT
you
grid
don't
search.
need it either.
Well, no, you're right. I don't. I thought that you used to be able to click on the statistics grid and it would show you what you found of that, but I can't click on it anymore. They must have changed that. I could have swore you could. In any case, I feel like this is like the second or third time that they've come out with new experimental features. So it's like they're testing out some of these
testing the
features
waters. Yeah.
that
testing the waters.
right and because I know I've gone in before and turned the experimental features on, but then when I just did this past week, they were all turned off. So I think these are new experimental features.
No, let me tell you why. Because if you log out of the app, you have to go
Mhm.
back and turn it back on again. If you log out of the app, they're defaulted to off. So if you log out and then log back in, they're going to be off.
Okay.
I hate when apps do that.
Yeesh. Sorry.
And so sometimes I've got some apps that it doesn't do that when you log out, but when you get a new update to it,
Mm.
it resets everything instead of keeping your
Ugh.
settings, and that annoys the heck out of me.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah. So anybody who uses the geocaching app, if you want to use, the experimental, and for the record, this is for premium members only. If you're not a premium member, this doesn't apply to you. It's for premium only. But yeah, experimental features. If you use the app, go try them out because there's some cool ones on there. I'd like the add and remove favorite points, Jess,
Yes.
because I add so many favorite points.
Right.
Yeah, I like to
Well,
actually.
yeah, no, that's really nice. Like you log it and then you're like, "Oh no, I forgot." You just bring
Right.
it back up and you
Back up and
press
make
the
a
little heart.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice feature.
Yep. There are 64 events being hosted in the U.S. on April 8th.
Yeah.
How about this, Jess?
I should have mentioned this when we were talking about the eclipse. It was interesting to me because like I said, I'm going on a little trip.
In your favorite rocket ship?
And I was trying to think of the words. I knew it was rocket ship and my favorite rocket ship. Yes, my trailer named Maggie is my favorite rocket ship. For the eclipse, and so I wondered if there were any eclipse specific eclipse events near where I am planning on going. And so I brought up all of the events in the United States on Monday, April 8th. And I just found it really interesting that there are a lot. And then reading through them, I would say probably 90% are eclipse related. And then the best part is if you click on map the list, the majority of them are in the band
In the band, yeah.
of the eclipse. I thought that was really fun. So in our show notes, there's a link to the list, and then click on map, and you'll see it. It comes up, and it's like most of them are in that in that band of where the eclipse center line is going to be. So
Hmm.
I just thought that was kind of fun.
Yeah, I mean, this is a lot. I'm scrolling through it, and that's a lot of events, man.
Yeah.
The Great American Blackout, the Great American Trash Out. Nice.
Nice.
Like that.
Yeah,
And
there were a bunch of Cetos that
yes.
day. I thought that was kind of fun.
Three monkeys and a trunkload of trackables.
Okay.
Sounds like fun.
Mhm.
Just looking through these. Yeah, this is Eclipse Day Cedo. Nice.
Mhm.
How far? These are like 600 miles away. So that's like, for the record, the three monkeys and a trunkload are in Pennsylvania. Trunkload.
Okay.
Wow, that's nice. Which one, Jess? You gonna go to one of these?
There really aren't any near where I'm going to be.
Really? I'm surprised.
Mm-mm. No, there's not, unless I end up making it over to Ohio. But again, I don't know. It depends on
A long
the
way to go,
on the
man.
weather.
Okay,
So
so here's the
we'll
question
see.
though: are you gonna leave Maggie, or are you gonna hook Maggie back up to go to Ohio? I mean,
No,
that's
no.
far from where you're staying. Oh,
Yeah,
did it?
no. Yeah.
'Cause that's far.
No. It'll just be Monday. Wherever it is that I go to attempt to watch the eclipse is just going to be for the day on Monday. Like I'm
Mhm,
going to day trip from where I'm staying overnight. That'll still be my base camp.
mhm. Um,
But I mean, I could go
ooh,
4 hours from where I'm staying.
true. Yes. Yeah, I guess you could. You just gotta get all the way. You gotta get all the way back there.
Right.
Um, who was it? Somebody said, "Do you have a list?" I put the list in the chat room. I don't know if you'd be able to get it or not, but the list is in the show notes too.
Well, this is in the show notes of the events.
Yes, it is in the show notes. You go to our podcast, go to our website, geocachingpodcast.com, and just click on the show notes for this show, and boom, you'll see it. But I did put it in the comments as well, if that works. I don't know if it works or not. Yeah, I think, is that it? Is that all we got in our show notes today?
That's all I
That's
had.
all we had.
All
I
we
think.
got. All right. We got through it. Nice. Next week, guys, we talk about this all the time. All the time we talk about this topic. And we know it's never going to happen, but we're finally going to dedicate a show to the caches at hand. We're talking about webcams, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk next week all about the webcams, the good, the bad, the ugly, how they started, how they ended, how they're slowly going away. Jess, what are we down to?
I don't know. I haven't checked that
Yeah,
in
you're
quite a while. I used to
usually right on the ball with that number.
give me a second, and
I figured I didn't have to like warn you to be
you
Yeah, search the globe for webcams.
all right.
That's usually on the ball.
U.S. webcams. Okay, that's
We
disabled.
were at 81
Disabled.
for a while. What are we at now?
73.
Oh, 60. Somebody says 60.
72. It looks like in the U.S. It looks like 72.
72 in the US.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll get some stats for next week.
Oh yeah, I know you will. Oh, you'll
Yeah.
be statted up next week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll work on that.
So that's what we're talking about next week, guys. We're talking all about webcams. Give us a call. Talk about your favorite webcam. I like webcams. I mean, I want them back. I think we should.
I want them back.
I think they should do like just a one-off. Maybe do a lottery.
It'll
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
happen.
Or here's an idea. Here's an idea. No, what they need to do is they need people to actually email them like, hey, I have this idea for a webcam. They need to say, if you have a webcam idea, send it to us. And if it's good enough, you get it. Like Wrigley Field, the Wrigley Field webcam. There's a webcam at Wrigley Field that like Jesse has on open caching, or did it finally get archived? I don't know.
It might. I don't know. I haven't been on that site for a while.
But like, because she couldn't put it on geocaching, she put it on open caching. So like
Right.
it's right there. It shows Wrigley Field, like, or shows outside Wrigley Field, excuse me. Like that's a working live webcam. Like
Right.
why not be able to do that? So I think they should do it that way. They should say, if you have one, let's talk about it. And maybe we'll give you the option. That's what I think. That's what I think they should do. So yeah, that's what we're talking about next week. Webcams. Thank you, everybody, for the chat room tonight. Everybody, thank you. We had one call. Thanks for calling in. And Jess and Chad. Jesse, bringing a lot to the table tonight. Well done. Good
You're
job.
welcome.
Good job. You loaded up the stuff.
Notes. Yes,
Mhm.
I
Well
did.
done. All right, guys. We will talk to you guys next week. Everybody be well and be safe. Please join us again every Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central as we stream live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and on our website, geocachingpodcast.com. The archived video versions of our podcasts are available on our website or on our YouTube channel, and the audio versions are available wherever you find your favorite podcasts. If you like the show, please head on over to Apple Podcasts and rate, review, and subscribe. We really appreciate it, and it really helps the show when you do. If you prefer to watch the show, make sure you click that subscribe or get notified buttons to know exactly when we go live. And hey, if you haven't already, please consider becoming a patron of our show. With tiers starting as low as $5, you will get a ton of additional information, extra video, extra audio, only available to our patron members. Please head on over to patreon.com today and subscribe. That's patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast. Thanks once again to our sponsors, Cashly, Logwork, FTF Geocacher Magazine, the Max Odds Body Company, Practical Geocaching, Arted Crafted, PatTags.com, Geocaching Adventures LLC, and GeoGo. Please visit our sponsors, and when you make a purchase, you tell them the GCPC sent you. That's all we got this week, so we'll see you next week talking geocaching, taking your phone calls. In the meantime, be good, be safe, hug your loved ones, and we'll talk to you guys next week. And we're clear. Oh, Mike's looking for it. He's looking forward to the T-shirt.
You should just put an earth cache in a pine tree on a t-shirt.
How do you put an earth cast on a pine tree?
I don't know.
And
just
you
hang
need-
it-
oh, so you're
like,
saying
get a
a pine tree,
and then like hang a bison with an earth cache on it, or
you
like
just
hang an earth cache logo from it.
hang an earth cache.
Here's your
logo
1.5,
on the pine
1.5.
tree, and then you put the quote right next to the pine tree. Is what you do.
Yeah.
Or what was that one for a 1.5, 1.5? I'd have to go back to the
Here's
show.
your 1.5, 1.5. It'd be fun.
Pine tree. Yeah. All right, guys. You can pair it with geocaching is fun. Fun. All right, guys. You be well and be safe. We'll talk to you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
What's so funny?
New idea for an earth cache: measure the pine tree.
Bye, guys.